Traders, how you doing? And welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing another trade review. Unfortunately, this time it's going to be a losing trade review. You know, with trading, you don't win every one. I wish you did, but it's just not part and parcel of the game. We are going to lose trades. And actually, with this Bitcoin trade, I think I was a little bit unlucky, but you know, the market's never wrong, right? And hopefully in this video, you'll hear me a little bit better. For the past 2-3 months, I realized that only my left microphone box was ticked. So if you're watching me on headphones, you can only hear me out the left headphone. And I was doing this, stupid me, I was doing this for about 2 months, but hopefully I've fixed it now and you can hear me a lot better. Okay, so this was the setup. We've got our cut with hand, our basing structure here in this section, coming down, impulse to the upside, tagging our area of significance. After we got this tag, we came down and created essentially a squeeze into this area. And a squeeze that's actually very nice. You can notice if you put a trend line on it, a nice squeeze up into that significant area. Again, knocking on the door a few times and hopefully reducing the power of that resistance zone. Not only did we get that squeeze, we had a slight head and shoulders within that squeeze, which again adds confluence to that trade breaking through the level. Once we broke through, we had a nice bullish bar here on a little bit of volume on the break and a steady state retest. If I zoom in here, again, I'll show you this a bit better on the charts. I just want to show you this as kind of proof that I took this trade, although it was a losing trade, so why would I lie? So I send this out to the RTFX members with an explanation on why I'm taking the trade and etc. And if you are interested in joining RTFX, we have the website link and the Discord link down below, free for 7 days. Anyway, back to the trade. So we had a steady state retest here, and we had a catalyst candle, a nice hammer bar on this bar here on a little bit of increasing volume during that retest. And our catalyst also came on that 20 SMA, which for me is so key and so powerful in getting into trends at the right time, i.e. when they're just about ready to move. So if we look at this trade on the actual chart here, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit better. This was the setup. We can see our squeeze, our head and shoulders here, and our catalyst candle on that 20, on that old resistance becoming potentially new support and on increasing volume. Now, not only do we need the actual setup, we always need higher time frame confluence. So that setup actually came on the 19th of October, which was actually my birthday, a losing trade for my birthday. Isn't that lovely? And we were here when we got it. So notice we are coming from an uptrend. Bitcoin was obviously on an uptrend. We are going with the trend. The trend is your friend. At this section where we had a little bit of a basing structure, it actually looked really nice. Looked really nice. Double V reversal here. Digesting this impulse to the upside. Back to that 20. Again, a very healthy trend to the upside. The only difference with Bitcoin and I would say traditional currency pairs is I bought it at this section here. So we were buying Bitcoin at this section. If this was a Euro USD chart or any Forex chart, I wouldn't have done that. However, with the personality of Bitcoin and possibly the indexes, the SPX 500, this is okay for me to buy here. The premise of my trade was that we get to these all-time highs around the 65,000, which it did indeed get, but unfortunately, we got stopped out of there. So the premise of the trade was right. The analysis of the trade was right, but the execution of the trade was wrong. So for my breakout retest, I buy the market. So I bought this candle as soon as it closed, and my stop is underneath the previous swing. Now this is the previous swing here, so my stop was at this section. Now clearly by putting this line in there, you can see where I got stopped out. This bar and this bar was right on US Open. So there is some volatility on US Open. We can see you're possibly getting trapped sellers in here, trapped buyers like we are, stops taken out, potentially both sides, and the trade moves to the upward in that trending direction. You see that kind of a lot. Normally, my previous swing is a little bit lower than this. I usually have a bigger risk reward. However, in this particular instance, I didn't have that. And sometimes it can work for you. Sometimes it works against you like it did in this occasion. That's just trading. You know, I'm not going to change my strategy and say, well, the next time I'm going to move it to the next previous swing, because that next trade might just go from here and we have to get an extra little bit of risk reward to hit our one-to-one. So you can see how it swings and roundabouts. All these things play over the long period of time. So yeah, we had a wick to the upside. We almost hit TP1, which I believe was roughly just above that wicked area. So about here, this was TP1. So very closely missed it. If we had hit TP1, it would have been a break-even trade. Obviously, I feel we were a little bit unlucky on getting stopped here. And then the frustrating thing comes is because Bitcoin moved very nicely to the upside. So these things happen. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my strategy. It was a nice setup. It was a really nice squeeze. The main thing I tell myself when I take a trade or when I lose a trade is, if I take this 100 times, would I probably make more money than lose? And I think the answer here is yes. Another good question to ask yourself when you lose a trade like this is, would you take it again? And again, my answer would be yes. It is a really nice setup. Really nice setup for me. Good breakthrough. Nice steady state retest. This is obviously a really nice candle, and we just got caught in this US Open volatility, which just happens, right? Shit happens. We ain't going to win everyone, but at least the idea was right? Right, traders, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, help me get to 1,000 subs by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, check the links down below. All right, guys, trade safe. Peace.